Dear students, welcome you all for the eighth session of first chapter of financial management. So in this session we are going to discuss one problem on preparation of cash budget. So my session will be on this class will be on illustration on preparation of cash budgets. Let's go to the learning objective session outcome and the problem number 1. So I'll read the problem. Prepare cash budget for the months of April, May, June. I have taken as 2020 here, 2020 from the following particulars of Almode Company Limited. Estimated monthly sales they are given March, April, May and June. Then 1/5 of the sales are in cash and 4/5 of the sales are on credit basis. So credit period is also given, that is 1 month. Then estimated purchases of raw materials March 30,000, April 36, May 33 and June 42. Creditors also given credit period, that is 1 month. So wages for the month of March is 6,000 and are expected to increase by 500 every month. Then wages are paid in the month which follows, that means in the next month. So and are paid last date of the month, so it is paid on the end of the month. Other expenses paid at the beginning of every month are rent, then other expenses they are given. Following payments also are anticipated: bonus to employees 3,000 in May, income tax 4,500 in June, then loan installment is also due in April and June. So there is expected inflows also given, incomes. So all these are expenses. Then interest on investment 9,000 in June. Sale proceeds of building is expected to yield 29,000 in April. So we have to prepare the cash budget. So on the 1st April, the opening balance is 6,500. So now let us prepare the cash budget working first. So that is the working note to prepare the cash budget, because if you make this, it is easy for us to prepare the cash budget. Okay, first is estimated sales. So what is estimated sales? Let us write here 50,000, then 60,000, then 55,000 and then 70,000. Okay, so in this estimated sales, what is the cash sales and what is the credit sales, that we have to see, so that we can calculate the cash collected from debtors. If you see the cash budget format, it is easy for us to calculate. So you should know how to calculate how to prepare the cash budget. Please see the format of it. So estimated sales is given. Estimated, now in this, what is the cash sales, that you have to find out. Okay, what is the cash sales? So cash sales is how much? 1/5, that is 1 divided by 5. So how much? Let us calculate and write here. So 1/5 of the 50,000, 60,000, 55,000 and 70,000. So let us write here. So I have written 11,000, 12,000, 11,000 and 14,000 are the cash sales. So now let us see what is the credit sales. So let's see how much is the credit sales. So how much is the credit sales? In fifth, one part is cash sales. That means remaining part, that is 4 divided by 5 is the credit sales. Okay, so you can write easily here. Remaining balance 50,000 minus 10,000 is 40,000. So likewise write down for other month. So now we have written the credit sale 40,000, 48,000, 44,000, 56,000. Now we can easily find out how much cash can be collected from debtors based on the credit sales. So for this, what we have to see is the credit period. So in the problem, what they are saying, the credit period is see here, the credit with the credit period of 1 month. So 1 month credit period is given. That means what? So that means the whatever the sales, credit sale that has happened, the amount will be paid after 1 month. That means, so March month will be paid in the month of April. So let us write down first cash collected from debtors. So here 1 month credit is there, that's why it will be paid in the next month. So how much is the amount? 40,000. 40 into this month. This 48,000 is in the month of May. Sorry. Then this 44,000 in the month of June. So this is cash collected from debtors. Okay. Then now let us see the estimated credit sales. Sorry, estimated purchases. So how much is the purchases? Estimated. So estimated purchases, let us write down here for the month of March, it is 30,000 as given in the problem. Month of April 36,000, then 33,000. We can look at the problem. So these are the figures given, 42,000. So in the same way, how we have calculated the cash collected from debtors, for that we need credit sales. Likewise here also we need credit purchases and cash purchases. So cash sales, here there is no information regarding the cash sales. We can find out in the problem. See here, estimated purchases of raw materials. So here creditors allow a credit period of 1 month. So no mention of cash sales. That means everything is in the credit sales. So everything is in the credit sales. So write down no cash sales. So credit purchases or estimated, what we can write here. So since estimated purchases all in credit, we will write here itself everything is in credit. Now we can find out the payment to creditors. So write down payment to. So when we calculate payment to creditors, again what we have to see is the credit period given to the creditors. So creditors allow a credit period of 1 month. Again it is 1 month only. So let us write down. So 1 month means whatever the payment which has to be received in the month of March will be received in the next month. So here 30,000 March payment is received or paid in the month of April, and 36,000 of the April month will be paid in the May month, and 33,000 of the May month will be paid in the June month. So this is the payment to creditors. We can write here next month. So very simple to calculate. Then for any other item, if there is a working is required, then we have to do the working here itself. I think you can go back to the problem here. So here we can see the next item, wages for the month of March is 6,000 and are expected to increase by 500 every month. So wages are paid in the month which follows and are paid on the last day of the month. That means whatever 6,000 is going to increase in the next month, 6,500, and 6,500, this 6,000 in the month of March will be paid in the next month. So that's why we have to do some working here. So payment of wages, so here how much is in the just we'll write down per month, wages per month, how much, then we can easily calculate. That is 6,000. It will increase next month 6,500, then in the next month 7,000, in the next month 7,500. Okay, now wages paid, how much is the wages paid? Actually paid is next month. Again write down in the bracket next month so that it is easy for us. So that means 6,000 is paid in the month of, this 6,000 is paid in the month of April, this 6,500 is paid in the month of May, and May month 7,000 is paid in the month of June. So I think the whatever the working that we have done here. This much is enough. So now let us prepare the cash budget. So here also I have written the format. So what you have to do is you have to just look at the format, how it is prepared. So first we have to calculate the opening balance, then we have to calculate the total inflows, then we have to calculate total outflows, then it is the closing balance. This closing balance will be the opening balance for this month. So now let us calculate. So first one is opening balance. So closing balance of the previous month will be the opening balance of the next month. So what was the closing balance or opening balance they are given in the problem itself? It is 6,500. So we cannot write opening balance here because we do not know. We have to calculate it. So let us calculate now. First, we have to calculate the estimated inflows, cash inflows. Okay, one by one we will calculate here. Estimated cash inflows. One. So first we have done this one working for cash sales. How much is the cash sales? So let us write 12,000 for the month of April. Just see the month and write 12,000 for the month of April, then 11,000 for the month of May, then 14,000 for the month of June. Okay, this is the cash sales. Then now write down next one, cash collected from debtors. Cash collected from debtors. How much is cash collected from debtors? So here again let us write down one by one. So cash collected from debtors for the month of April 40,000, May 48,000 and June 44,000 as we have calculated in the working. Now let us calculate the other inflows. If there are any other inflows, let us calculate. Just we have to look at the problem and see whether there is any inflow. Go back to the problem now. Sorry. So here where will be the cash inflow? See, last they are given at the end. Interest on investment 9,000 in June, then sale proceeds of building 29,000 April. Only two items are there. So let us write down. First one, interest on investment. So how much is interest on investment? Let us write that. So interest on investment is, so April nil, May nil, it is in the month of June. So 9,000 I have written. So now let us write another one, that is sale of building. Sale of building in the month of, in which month? Just see in the problem, you will find out. So it is in the month of April, I think. So it is in the month of April. So write down the amount 29,000. So other month it is nil. Now see again if there is any inflows. So inflows means any receipts, cash receipts. If there is no cash receipts, then we will total the total cash inflows. Total cash inflows. So that is total all the items for the month of April only. Okay, only one month you have to do. 29,000, 40,000, 12,000 and 6,500. So it is 87,500. Now let us go for the next one, that is total cash outflow. So that is estimated cash outflow. Estimated cash outflow. Okay, so here whatever the payments are there, we have to write down here. So whatever the payments, payment side, so write down. Let us write down one by one. So first one is definitely payment to creditors. So how much is payment to creditors? Write down, it is already worked out. Write down for the respective month. So it is 30,000, 36,000 and 33,000. Next we have to see whether there is any other payments. We have already calculated for wages. So write down for wages, payment of wages. So how much is the wages paid? So just look at the problem and write. It is not payment of wages. We have calculate as wages paid. So write down that amount. Write down here. It is how much? 6,000 for the month of April. Then for the month of May it is 6,500 because every month wages is paid in the next month. So you should be careful while writing the amount. So write down. Then let us go to the next. Any other payments? Yeah, there are so many other payments which is given in the problem. We can look at here. See here. Following other payments are anticipated. Before that there is other expenses paid. At the beginning of every month is rent is there, other expenses there, then other payments are there, bonus is there, income tax is there, loan installment is there. So we will write all these payments here. So first one is other expenses or payment of rent. Payment of rent. Let us write down here for which. So payment of wages is for the month of April 6,000, for the month of May 6,500, for the month of June it is 7,000. So let's go to the problem and we can see there what are the other expenses. See here, other expenses paid at the beginning is rent, other expenses, then there is bonus, then there is income tax, then there is a loan installment. So let us write all these amounts here once again. So first one, so write down payment of rent. I'm writing all the amounts so that it is easy for us. Then so payment of rent is at the beginning of every month. So we have to write for all the 8 months, 3 months, 1,800, 1,800, 1,800. Let us write that. The next one, other expenses. So what are the other expenses? That is also paid at the beginning of the month. So write down that is 600 per month. So write down. Then there is again another item that is bonus. So write bonus to employees. So write down bonus to employees here. So when it is paid in the month of May. So in this month nil. So only in this month, May month, you have to write 3,000. Other month it is nil. Then next one is income tax. So write down income tax. So income tax is also paid only for 1 month. So for this month it is nil. For May month also it is nil. For only in the month of June it is paid 4,500 as income tax. Then there is another expense. What is that? Loan installment paid. Loan installment paid, that is how much? So let us again, it is in the month of April 21,000 and for the month of June, so in the month of May there is no loan installment due, so that is 21,000. Okay, we have written all the items I think. So now let us calculate the total cash outflow. Total cash outflow. So write down the total cash outflow, that is the total of this. So 59,400 is the total cash outflow. So now let us calculate the balance. So what is the closing balance here? Closing balance is total inflow minus total outflow. Very simple. Total inflow minus total outflow is the closing balance. So let us calculate. So 87,500 minus 59,400. How much it is? Calculate. So 28,100. So what happens? This is a closing balance of in the month of April. So this will become the opening balance for the month of May. So 28,100. So you have to write here. Then again you have to total the inflows here. So how much is the inflows? 28,800, 11,000, then 48,000. So it is 100. Then total the cash outflow, that is 47,900. Now deduct 87,100 minus 47,900. It is 39,200. Now again this closing balance will become the opening balance here. 39,200 is the opening balance. Now total the total inflows. So 1,06,200. Now again calculate the total outflow. 67,900. So you minus it now. 1,06,200 minus 67,900. So it is 38,300. So this is the closing balance. So this is the cash budget that we have prepared for the 3 months. How much is the closing balance, how much is the total cash outflow, and how much is the total cash inflow. So thank you for watching this video. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.